3, 2, 1, go. Alright guys, we are on to the next deck. You have seen Pacifica, you have seen Reindeer, you have seen the Mere Infinite Break Ride. And now I am about to show you my Harmony deck. And I found a very shocking thing about this deck when I was looking through the grade 1 lineup, so that's kind of scary. Okay, so, yeah, Harmony. This deck, probably one of my better decks. It's up there with Prisms and Prism Dream Team. So, it's a pretty good deck, very all around, very GB reliant though, but it's a fun deck. It works, it does the job it needs to. It doesn't seem to be as, like, it doesn't initially seem as, like, much of a powerhouse as Prisms would be, but if you know how to play the deck, it's a strong deck. So, yeah, I'll just start with the grade 3s because apparently I seem to be showing you the main cards of the deck. So, we're playing for Loris, because she's your freaking main unit. Very important, for everyone who doesn't know what her skill does. When you stride, Counterblast 1, choose a unit, or choose one of your rear guards, bounce it to your hand, draw a card. Pretty good. And then her second skill is, I have to actually read this one. When she's in Harmony, choose 2 units. Oh, when she becomes in Harmony, choose 2 units, they get 5k, and then Loris gets +1 crit, so that's pretty nice. The second group of grade 3s, I'm going to leave that there, is I'm playing 2 Sincere Girl Liddy, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, check top 5 for a unit with Harmony. What makes her really good, though, is her second ability. During your turn, it has to be GB1, I believe, sadly. Yeah. During your turn, she gets 5k for everything in Harmony. So if your entire Bloody Field's in Harmony, that's 6 units. 6 times 5 is 30. That's 41 unboosted. She gets huge. And then my last 2 grade 3s are 2 copies of... What are you called? Whitely Noble Fantine. So there is a mentality for this. My reason behind using Fantine is because there is a grade 1 that Bermudas have that is 10k. I mean, everything's got the 10k GB1 booster, but what's good about this is if you have these 2 behind each other, that's a 21k column, which means that we're going to assume that your opponents only got an 11k Vanguard, because most do. That would mean that they require 15k to guard, and that does get 3 cards out of it, or that requires 15k to guard, which means the trigger plus a non-trigger, or that may lure out a G-Guard. So that's kind of the combo I'm working there. Plus, in addition to that, she can reorganize her Harmony columns by resting herself, moving anywhere on the field on your side, and then restanding. So that's really nice. And you really don't care about her second ability. The first one is the only one that matters, is that she can move anywhere on the field that she needs to be moved, which is, in my opinion, pretty good. And yeah, that's my thoughts. I mean, you could probably run Liddy as well. Like, honestly, the whole combo where you have the gains 10k plus like any grade 3 since they're all 11k, but still causes a 21k column. It's just that I like how Fantine can just move herself anywhere that she needs to be for free, so it's a free re-enabling of Harmony, which is really important. For everyone who doesn't know how Harmony typically works, Harmony works all the time, is if you have a unit that has Harmony, so like Fantine, she's on the field first, and then you put another unit behind her. Hey look, I called a perfect guard. I'm so good at this game. Then both units become in Harmony till the end of the turn, and I believe even if a unit leaves the field, the remaining unit remains in Harmony. Don't quote me on that. If you guys know for certain, let me know, but I believe that's how Harmony works. At least, or I believe that they stay in Harmony even if one of the units leaves the field. But yeah, so both units both units become in Harmony till the end of the turn, which is good. Grade 2 lineup. There are so many 3-ofs in this lineup. 3 Spica! Oh my god, I play 3 Spica in like a deck. Wow, that's a surprise. 3 Vita. Vita's kind of cool. What she does is Soul Blast 1 on either player's main phase, bounce her to your hand, and then the bright side is she gives you an additional counter charge. So if you have a grade 4 or greater Vanguard, I believe. Yeah, so during your turn, she can, during starting main phase, you Soul Blast 1, bounce to hand, call up to 1 grade 1 or less unit from your hand to the field, and then if you have a grade 4 or greater Vanguard, you get to do things like English. You get to do things like the unflipped damage, which is good because this deck is really counterblast heavy. So she has a pretty decent niche in the deck as unflipping. Plus she's able to stay alive because she can just dodge shit and then just attack and then say, fuck that, I'm out of here. Playing 3 Amelia. The only reason I'm not playing 4 is because the lineup's kind of tight. She's really good. She's got resist, so you can't retire her by card effects, and then it's a counterblast 1. When she's bounced to hand, you draw a card. And you can get lots of cards in this deck, and cards are good. And then 3 Potpourri, because on hit, pressure is a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. English. Grade 1s! Unflipping PG. You counterblast so much in this deck. You must unflip so much in this deck. Very important. This is a what the fuck. Why am I playing two Shandee? Don't ask me why. I don't know what was going through my head. I'm probably going to go and cut something to get a 3rd Shandee because 2 is not nearly enough. Need 3. Maybe even 4, because this deck is really GB reliant. So yeah, 2 Stride Enablers, probably run 3, probably run 4. Much better idea to run 3 to 4. Don't run 2. This is kind of cool though. Prism Duo Yarmulke. So every time something bounces your hand, she gains 3k. I said this in the Pacifica thing. What's interesting is I believe you can do this, I think. If you do Olivia, and then you bounce like everything except the Yarmulke, for each one that gets bounced, she will power up. I believe. Let me know if I am correct on that, but I'm pretty certain that I am correct on that. So she's kind of cute because she can get big, and then the amount of like excess bouncing that the deck actually does with like Spica and Loris and like, where the fuck is she? Akari. Like, it's good, in my opinion. So I was trying out Yarmulke, and she actually ends up working pretty well. And then the last one I am running is Sweet's Paradise Mania. Probably going to cut it down to 3, so I can have 3 Stride Enablers. I don't know why I decided cutting the Stride Enabler down to 2 was a good idea. It was a horrible idea. But she's a 10k, she has Harmony, and when she's in Harmony, she is a 10k booster. Again, this is because of, I actually like the mentality of 11k plus 10k equals 21, therefore 15k guard is required if you are not cross-ridden or powered up in another way. So that's pretty good. Again, I will probably drop her down to 3 just so that I can play more of the Stride Enabler. But I actually like the 10k booster. Because I'm happy putting the grade 3s on the field more often than usual, she makes some very fun columns. And then we get to the grade 1s. Akari. Because the new ones suck. Case closed. 4 heal triggers. Again, I am remaining faithful to this. If you are a badass, you should play 16 crits and not play heals because heals are stupid and overrated. But, you know, if you want to not die, play heals. Heals are good. Then we're playing Crook because Crook is freaking amazing. Again, Harmony, so you could even search her if you need a guard. But she, like, do the bouncy bounce and all that good stuff, and then just you get happy. This isn't Pacifica. I'm sorry. We're playing the critical trigger that puts yourself into your soul and then powers up your Vanguard by 5k and allows you to draw a card. If you have Loris in name, she's good. More hand advantage, more power. Can't go wrong with that. And then we're playing 4 more crits. So the trigger lineup is 4 stand, 8 crit, and 4 heals. But no one gives a shit about heals. Heals are stupid. So, yeah. The other crits are just random ones that I was like, you know what, let's just, she looks funny. She's getting hit by a bucket. That's not nice. She's winking at you. She's pretty good. She got toast as well. That looks like pretty tasty. Yum, breakfast. I haven't had breakfast yet. Actually, I have. I had some like sushi pizza from, yeah, it was pretty good sushi pizza. Anyway, jumping to the Stride deck. Alright, so for the Stride deck for Harmony, playing 1 Somni. It's usually you would want to run that for your first strikes. It has on-hit pressure. You could also run Lucky Rise Alprina depending on what you have in the depending on what your field is. Like if you have Amelia, Alprina is not a bad choice to go into because you could get 1 draw off of Loris, 1 draw off of Akari. How would you do that? You go, it would be a lot of counterblast. Stride, Loris skill, bounce Amelia, draw a card, Amelia skill, draw a card. Call Amelia, Akari soul, bounce Amelia, draw a card, Amelia skill, draw a card. Call Amelia, her skill, soul blast 1, bounce a unit, bounce Amelia, draw a card. So that'd be like 5 or so cards. So it's not bad for skill depending, or not bad for Stride depending on field. She's good though because she has on hit pressure, and with Spica and Potpourri, she'll be able to get you multiple attacks. Yay, talking. Next I'm running 3 copies of Celebrate Voice Loris. Yay, SP. Apparently I can't find a wedding SP like ever, so feels bad. But yeah, 3 Celebrate Voice Loris. She's more of your end game choice once you've got a lot of cards in your G zone face up because she can pretty much reset your field once you have 5 or so units in your G zone. So after you've strode Olivia several times. Her skill is after you do that, call everything, whatever, and then if everything is in harmony when she attacks, choose 3 of your units, they gain 5k, and then she gets +1 crit. So that's not too bad considering the fact that it's crit pressure, and she powers up like an entire field, but I would not, you don't really want to use her in the early game so much as you do the later game. Yeah, and she also has Harmony herself, so that's nice. So yeah, I think I didn't do a too good a job of explaining the first part. First part is Counterblast 1. Choose units up to the number of face-up units in your G-zone, bounce them to your hand, and then she gains that second part of the skill. Also, for whatever reason, the face on the SP bothers me. It just seems like there's a line dividing the face in half, so it feels bad. Next part. So this is like a day after I ended up recording the deck profile because like my camera was being stupid for whatever reason. 4 copies of Olivia. If you want to do well with Bermuda Triangles, you should probably play Olivia. I'm not going to explain why you should be playing 4 Olivia. If you have 4, run 4. If you have 2, run 2. If you have 1, don't run it at all because you're not going to be able to use it because she needs another copy of herself. But if you got her, run her. If you plan on playing Bermudas like a lot, try to get her. The SP's like $25 or cheaper, but not the SP. Oh my god, not the SP. The SP's $300. We don't talk about that. The reprint in Blessing of Divas is like 25 bucks. I have succeeded. I bought 6 boxes of fucking Blessing of Divas. I pulled 0 Olivias. The struggle was real. I got 3 SPs, so there's that. But like I was going into there going, it's like, I need some Olivias. You don't get to get any Olivias, Babblerab, because your life sucks. G-Guards. 2 Nasha. 2 Leona. Nasha is reveal 1, gains 5k. Leona is bounce 1 to hand. Call the unit that you bounce to hand, she gains 5k. They're just Bermuda G-Guards, so you might as well run them. Yay. And then you're super Strad reliant, so you play Seabreeze. However, if you're running into grade 1 rush, you find yourself a corner and you cry. And then you're not prisms or corals, so Dismal will protect your units from being killed. Yay! So, that is the Harmony deck on day whatever the frick of Bermuda Triangle, Christmas, Blitz, thingy, English, stupid. I can talk. I'm Babblerab. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. I'm shaking the camera a lot because I'm leaning on the table rather than sitting. But yeah, any questions about the deck, any suggestions for the deck, leave it in the comment section below. Don't ask about the Shandee. I'm already making changes to that. I already know I fucked up with that. So don't say, hey, Babblerab, you fucked up. Because I already know I fucked up. Thanks. And I will probably say exactly that. I already know I fucked up. You don't need to keep pointing it out to me. But yeah, I will talk to you guys in the next video, which will be tomorrow. Peace. I just dropped a bunch of expensive cards on the ground. Yay.